Nikon released a new DX lens, and I started to think, is there a possible DX camera on the way? Let's talk about it.
True, let's rendezvous. Skip all that waiting, I'm coming.
Hello everyone, it's Wayne. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I saw that Nikon released a new DX lens, the 28mm 1.7. Seems like a pretty decent lens with a pretty decent range. And it's a follow-up to the 12-28 power zoom lens that they put out. Now, let me say this. I did a video some time back when we were speculating on a Z500, something to replace the D500. And there are a lot of people out there looking for this kind of camera. So that had me thinking, like, what could we possibly get? And I did a video on that to give some speculation. So I won't cover that. If you want to see that video, go back and check it out in the channel and see what I said about that. But it seems kind of odd to me that we've been seeing a bunch of DX lenses come out. And I know people are going to say, well, it's not odd because it's on their list. So Nikon gives you a roadmap and say, hey, we're going to put out this lenses over a period of time, and the lenses have come out. Now, as someone who recently was using Sony, or actually I still use Sony, I still think that it's possible that we could see some kind of crop sensor crop sensor camera come from Nikon. And my reason behind that is because Sony did something similar right before releasing the FX30. And it wasn't exactly before, a few months before. In a sense, you know, they've had their DX line or crop sensor line, aps-c line for some time. And other manufacturers have been filling out lens for them. So most of us know that Sony has a bunch of different manufacturers that's been making lens to satisfy those on the crop sensor side. So when they put out some pretty decent ones like the 11 1.8, the 15 1.4, the 10 to 20 f4, people started wondering, like, what's up? What's going on? It seems kind of strange that you got three lenses here. They're all kind of small and compact and fit that aps-c size body. So, you know, it's like finally Sony gave us aps-c users some things that we want. Then lo and behold, a few months later, the FX30 was released. The FX30 was released. Forgive me. I'm thinking about some things. My mind's kind of going over places. I may jump ahead, try not to, but there's a bit of excitement because we just got the Z8, okay? The Z8 people have been talking about for some time, have been speculating about, but finally it's here. It's a great camera. Autofocus is wonderful. If you saw my last video when I did the unboxing and kind of tested, you know, I know the footage look a little bit bouncy, but that was the purpose behind it, because I wanted to compare with the Sony camera, the A7R5, to show people exactly what it's like when you're utilizing their active stabilization without the optical steady shot lenses and, you know, catalyst bars that you can utilize to give more stability.
Hey there, enjoying the content? Love what you've seen so far? Find the information useful? Okay, wonderful. Now, next question. Are you subscribed? No? Oh, go on. Get subscribed. A lot of you watching are subscribed, but most of you are not. So while the channel is growing, I'd like to count on your support to help me to grow even more. So if you're coming back and watching the video, or if this is your first time, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. All right, not going to take up any more of your time. Let's get back to the video.
So Z8, great. So what's next? Z6, Z3, yeah, those guys are kind of due for an update as well. But there's also the Z5, right? It's been since about 2019 since that's been out. And while we're not exactly sure what Nikon is bringing, it seems to me that there's a possibility that we may get that crop sensor camera after all, but we still don't know which one it is. Would it be the replacement for the Z5? I make it a Z5 II? Sorry, Z50. My mistake, Z50. Or would they come out with a prosumer version, if you will, to call it the C500? Yeah, that name has been thrown around for some time. Nobody knows what's going to come out, but it sounds like something that we could use, right? The Z8 is a derivative of the Z9. The tech in this thing is awesome, okay? And I'm sure Nikon has been tweaking the heck out of this thing to put in other cameras. So if you think about it and they decide, you know, let's kind of take care of our prosumer guys first. Let's do that Z500. Everybody's been clamoring for it. We never thought we would do it, but you know, Sony has some cameras that they're coming out with. Fuji could be a good competition. That 40 megapixel sensor that they have inside their camera. So Nikon can sit back and go, no, I think Nikon's not going to do that. The way this Z8's been selling and people have been loving it, and you know, they sold out the pre-orders, you know, they thought they would have enough. Nikon users who have gone to different brands, or some of the users who are not happy with those other brands, are coming to get the Z8. It's a wonderful camera. Could Nikon do something similar with the Z500, Z50? It's possible, right? And in my mind, I started to think that as soon as I saw the announcement, I was like, I gotta make a video. Because I've been thinking about this. I really have. And I was like, what is Nikon bringing next? It's only been a few days since I've been using this camera, and I'm like, man, this stuff is awesome. Speed 7 is really great, and the tech that's in here. And you know, me and some folks have been talking about, well, could Nikon do Z1, Z10, ZX, you know? I go for the ZX, kind of sounds cool. But people say it's a derivative, Z10, Z1, maybe sounds better. But who knows? We really don't know what Nikon will do. But what we do know is that there are cameras in the lineup that needs to be upgraded. And their owners are starving for some upgrade, whether it's some kind of firmware upgrade or, you know, replacement camera. It's like, come on guys, give us something. So we got lenses, 2 lenses in a couple of months. And it's like, all right, so are we seeing a trend here? Does Nikon have something in the wings that are waiting? You know, the Z8 kind of basically took over production. They wanted to make sure they have enough. But I think they're starting to see that people are loving this camera. We know that they're hiring more people in Japan to design and do things, and they're probably going to wrap up production as well. Even though people say DSLR camera sales are going on, and mirrorless is probably going to go the same way as well because camera phones are getting better. There's truth to that, but I think people who really want the best are still going to go for the cameras that they can have control over. So what do you guys think? Do you think there will be a Z500 coming or a Z50? Let me know what your thoughts are on the specs. I'm not talking specs in this video. Let me know what you think could be coming or what you want to be coming in that camera. Because I'm thinking with these lenses that are coming out, there could be something in the horizon. We definitely need some new blood in Nikon's lineup. The Z8 has got everyone excited. Imagine if they do a Z50 and, you know, if we have to wait for let's say October for the Z6 III. I know that will make a lot of people happy, but if they get a firmware update in between to kind of give us some of the similar features, not similar to exactly, because we're going to use the Speed 7 processor to really get some of those things. But if they can tweak the Z6 II and Z6 III, Z6 7 II, to extract as much as they can of that thing, to get people waiting until the real release comes out, I think that'll be great. Oh, this video is being recorded on Nikon Z8. Everything is in auto mode. I haven't quite finished figuring out all the manuals and all the settings just yet. I don't have all my screens and so on with me, so I'm winging it. Anyhow, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'd love to hear your comments about what you think. Are we getting a Z500, Z50, or something else?
Lay away, exhausted, but we stay up talking till we falling asleep. Yeah, would you mind if I walk through your dreams?